Howdy, folks. I just wanted to take a quick little bit of time to talk to you today about Perplexity and how useful it is for school administration and all staff. It's a very powerful tool. I'm going to show you how it's more helpful than Google, especially if you want to do research and you want to organize your thoughts. And it's really quick when you're trying to find answers. Even if it's just a quick fact, it'll give you better and faster answers than, say, Googling it. And we'll kind of show an example of that. So you go to perplexity.ai, you log in with your GNSPES. So the first thing you should do is you want to set up your account. So if we go down to settings, you say, here's your name, here's your email. You can introduce yourself. So I said I'm a tech integration consultant. Basically, you're just giving it a bit more background information that it can use to inform how it speaks to you, the sorts of things it provides. So already you can kind of tailor your persona. So you say, I'm a school administrator at a small rural school in Nova Scotia, or I'm a teacher and this and that. It will help the AI. You can also answer some questions, more questions about yourself, just to further tailor that. But let's go into the meat and potatoes. So I'm going to do a search here. Let's do something that's impacting a lot of schools. What are the best practices for reducing chronic absenteeism in middle school? Right off the bat, what's nice is that you have some filters you can use. So you can, at this little globe here, you say set sources. So you can search the entire web if you want. You can search just academic sources, or you can do social discussions and opinions. The web will kind of encompass all that. So we'll just stick with that for now. Depending on what you're searching, you can tailor it even more to make sure that what you're getting is good information. So let's send it. We hit search already. We're starting to get some results. So at the top, it can show the sources that you have. So there's 9 sources it's searched. Ed Research for Action, Minga, Teaching Policy Institute, CDE State, Edutopia, cde.ca.gov. So it's finding some good results here. Then we go to let's check the answer. Best practices for reducing. Requires a multifaceted approach. Below are evidence-based strategies categorized by tiers of intervention. So tier 1 interventions, safe, accessible transportation, positive school climate, attendance incentives, family engagement, mental health support. Tier 2, data systems, mentorship programs, behavioral interventions. Intensive, Tier 3, absence intervention teams, community partnerships, restorative practices. What I really like about this is, okay, good. We have some nice results. Where this is better than ChatGPT for research is right here with these. So this tells you the source where it's coming from. So you click one and it can take you right to the source where it got its information from. Attendance incentives, we have 2 sources. We have this blog, which may not be the best because it's a blog, who knows, and this Minga. So you can go in and actually check out the source where it came from. This is also a blog. What's nice here is that you can ask a follow-up question. So let's say, what are the best attendance reward practices? So I'm building off of this. And so this is creating a thread. And this thread will then save, and you'll always have access to this thread so you can refer back to it. But there's also some more organizational things that you can kind of look at. So then individual rewards, certificate of recognition, extra computer PE time, homework passes, priority lunches. So you see most of those are coming from this New York State Education Department, school-wide programs, weekly raffles, special events and privileges. And then so it's giving you more. And so you can keep building off of this in your thread. And then that could be your attendance thread. So let's compare that. We'll do the same thing in Google. So Google has something that's now trying to compete with Perplexity with their AI overview. It has gotten a little better than it was, but there has been a lot of issues with their AI and hallucinating or giving wrong answers. So School.Q's, Stand Tall Steve. The thing that I really like about Perplexity is the access to those academic sources. You don't have this saved anywhere though. So then you'd have to copy and paste it and add the links. Then you're searching through links yourself, right? And then so now you have to go into the link to see if you like the information rather than getting a little summary and then checking the link out after. So now I have here on the left my library. So now this is where I have my threads. But what I want to do is show you spaces. So within spaces, you can create, it's kind of like a folder where you will contain your threads, but you can also upload links. You can give it special instructions, and you can also share this with your peers. Like with problem of practice partners or other teachers or principals, you can then share this entire space with all the information you found with somebody else. So let's create a space. You create your space, you give it a title, so school improvement, give it a description just so you know what this space is for when you're referring back to it. And then you give it custom instructions. And this is kind of cool. I did kind of a silly one just so you can see how it affects things. But I said, respond as a data-driven pirate whose idea of treasure are valid studies and good sources of information. Yar! You can say it like, respond in simple language, be formal and data-driven, all these sorts of things. You can give it more and you can play around to find a voice that you like. So I'm going to hit continue. Here's our instructions. So this is where you can upload files. So you can upload PDF files. And you can also upload links, and it saves those in there. And that will help build out this kind of resource package. All right, so let's do another thing. I have this PDF from the TCRCE, Teacher Support and Evaluation. So you can upload PDFs. Then you can ask this file anything you want. So what must I know about teacher evaluation? So I put that in, I'm in my school improvement space. Answer, understand the key principles, process of teacher evaluation based on provided document. So it's letting you know what it's doing. Ahoy, me hearties, gather around and listen to the tale of teacher evaluation as told by a data-driven pirate. So the reason why I did the pirate thing is so that you can see that your custom instructions does change how it responds to you. So if you say use simple language, define any terms that are like those sorts of things, it will do that, which is nice. Tri-County Regional Center, Mighty Fine Policy, enhanced teaching and learning like a well-oiled ship's wheel. So this is obviously not very helpful when you're doing research. Types of evaluation, yearly performance summative. So it's going through this PDF. So you can be like, okay, what are some creative ways that I can give feedback? And so now, it has that source here, but now it's going to search out to other sources. Feedback sandwiches, positive, constructive criticism, positive. So all those sorts of things. Diagnostic feedback for landlubbers. So I will say that Perplexity does not beat ChatGPT when you're doing high intensive creative creations, but it beats out ChatGPT when you're doing research. So it's about knowing which tool to use when. If you're responding to an email, ChatGPT. If you're doing a write-up for a newsletter, ChatGPT. If you're trying to find good academic sources for, increasing safety in schools, Perplexity is a tool for you. So within school improvement, let's make a new thread. We're going to only look academic. So let's say how to improve school safety. And then I got rid of the social stuff and it's just kind of more academic sources. Train the crew, frequent safety training, practice drills. Educate students on the difference between snitching and reporting. So now I go back to my spaces. I just added in some other spaces. So this is what spaces starts to look like. You can add emojis to kind of denote your thing. So winter carnival ideas, how to build shared leadership, school improvement. So now you're building out your different folders. Each one would then contain the threads specific to that. At the same time, all the threads are added to the library. So anything you're looking for, you can search through there, and you can also add or delete out any threads that are no longer useful to you to keep everything good. So that is Perplexity. I hope you found something in here that's useful to you. Check it out. It's totally free. Everything I did here you can do for free. So you can do everything you need to with a free account. Thanks.